Hi guys, this is Namcraft. What's going on? Welcome to the TvZ Starcraft English commentary. It's gonna be another one of those guaranteed to be epic, awesome, juicy, explosive, climatic kinds of games. And it's happening part of the DPL series. This is right in the middle of Lunar New Year, I guess a little bit after Lunar New Year has ended. These guys have had, a full mouth of, a lot of celebration with their families, friends, kids, wives, wives, aunties, and so forth, and they're back to streaming full time. So this game, very nice, very exciting, and let's hope for some very interesting encounter. And it is going to be played between Light and Queen, two very strong players these days. And this is a part of a 5v5 DPL. So on the one hand, we will have Light, Best, Rush, Hero, and Killer. And on the other hand, we will have Queen, Jaedong, Sak, JYJ, and Mini. So very stacked lineup, of course, with the notable absence of Flash. He would not be playing in today's series. And this is the second round. So after the first round, I believe it is Light's team who is losing. So Light is Terran, and his team is down 1-0. He's still got 0 scores. And Queen's team is up 1. So and this is the final set between these two teams. So if Queen wins here, his team will be winning 2-0. Whereas if Light wins, the game will go on for another series. But anyhow. Let's see how that is going to be going out for us here. We are going to be witnessing this map being played out on the map Radeon. Hold on, maybe the audio is not so good. Let me increase the audio a little bit. How's the audio? That's okay. All right. Yeah, this is a part of Radeon, very old, very classical nowadays maps because it will be reused in the next part of ASL as well. I'm very sure of it. So let me just quickly take a look at the map stats. So I guess for Zerg players on Radeon, this is what they enjoy. Radeon 49.7% win rate for Zerg versus Terran. So very interesting and balanced map between these two races. And these guys are cross map spawning from each other. You can see with Queen at the top left, and he is gone for an expansion, I think, after a spawning pool. So this is slightly interesting. Usually the Zerg player nowadays like to go for very fast expansion, but this time around Queen is not doing that. He will just be going for the pool first, and that will enable him to get some more Zerglings. But unfortunately for him, his opponent is very far away, and Light will be, having ample time to prepare for the upcoming defense. Yeah, because of the rush distance very far. But we do have 6 Zerglings and a lot of gas being mined here for Queen, and he's used his gas for the lair. We do have some Marines moving across the map, but this is a mistake, I believe. If Queen has played out his move correctly, he will have some Zerglings to come out to support. But anyhow, looks like Light is just going to retreat before he even sees the Zergling. But now we will see that, there's going to be some Zerglings moving out here at the top left. Only one pair of Zergling to start, but there's going to be more. So that is that. And yeah, by the way, what are you guys up to these days? Have you guys, for you American citizens, there's been a lot of news, a lot of crazy shenanigans with Donald Trump, making a lot of new rules and regulations in the country. For example, he wanted to annex Canada. He wanted to, also go out there and put a lot of tariffs onto Chinese and Mexican goods. He has deported a couple of people. Some of my Mexican friends have been deported. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any Mexican friends. But they have been deported if I have had any Mexican friends. But anyhow, yeah, what do you guys think of that, and what do you think is going to be the future of Donald Trump in the future? Just give me a second here. I need to have a quick pause. Alright, I'm back. That seems like a split of a second for you, but that was an eternity for me. Anyhow, we're going to be having, very standard builds here from these players. Looks like Light is going to be going for Bio. He's got his second barracks. He's got his third barracks. And he might be going for an early game push here, but on the other side of the map, looks like Queen is going to take an in-base hatchery right here, just out of reach of the scanner. And he's got his spire started already, so these guys are going to be gearing up to some nice Bio versus Mutualist, fun. There's a drone on the ram, not so sure exactly for what reason. Maybe he's going to try to trap that SV so that it doesn't go up the ram, and indeed it does get stuck on the side of the ram, and now he can start to move the drone away. I think there's no need to keep them on that ramp. Anyways, looks like there's going to be some Marine movement in the middle of the map. They have, killed some Zerglings, and they're going to be moving back right now, looking to get home safely before any more attacks could be initiated from the part of the Zerg player or Queen. But it looks like Queen is not building a lot of Zerglings. he has started to build, well, what is he building? He's building some more zonings here in the middle of the map, you can see, but he's going to be gearing up for some huge mutualist creation. As you can see, his gas count has dropped a little bit here. He's made at least 8 mutualists, and he will make more. Yeah, these are all mutualist eggs that are being morphed. And during this time, usually the Zerg player likes to go for a quick expansion, and we do see that drone moving out, and whether it's going to be going to the 12 o'clock position or the 10 o'clock position, looks like it is going to be going all the way towards the bottom left. That is also a nice area to, kind of hide your expansion. And if you take it on the low ground, it's going to be harder, I think, for the Terran player to scout. But if you take it from the high ground, it's easier to defend. So that is something that I think Queen will have to play with. By the way, before we get into the fights, today, here are the elo stats this week. If you can see, looks like Queen is number 2 on the elo board ranking, and Light is number 4. So these two guys are very, very strong, respectively, on the elo board. And here are the win rates for these two players. You can see Light versus Zerg is 64%, and Queen versus Terran 58%. So very much balanced, numbers between these two guys. But we will have the Marines moving out as the mutualists are moving in. There are already 3 turrets. These SCVs can kind of pull back temporarily, but the Queen will need to reckon with the incoming huge bio moving right across the map here. Looks like there's going to be a run by. He's going to try to trade bases. If you take out this turrets on the high ground, the Zerg is also trying to help out a lot and to kill the turret. There's going to be 3 seconds. There's going to be enough. Looks like Marines going to dive in right now. They attack the first second. There's a single mutant trying to buy time here. Of course, it will not be able to buy time. It looks like there is going to be a base trade-ish. Zerling's attacking inside of Light's base, but it looks like Queen has decided to send them all back. He's got only 2 mutants. He can buy some time, but now if Light pays attention, need to snipe drones. He gets 1 drone. He gets 2 drones. Will he get more? He get a 3rd one. He's going to try to get out hang on, but the rest of the mutants have kind of will come back at the right moment here. So I guess this attack will fail, but who did more damage? I'm not so sure exactly, because after that battle is over, Queen has got 51 supply and Light with 47. What about the expansion? Looks like Queen is hiding his drone all the way out here. You can see that he's not yet planted down an expansion. So if he has got his hatchery planted during this time, it would have been great, but he did not plan his expansion, and now he will go out there and plant his expansion. You can see that right here. There's got to be a lot of troops getting recruited, because during this battle, after the battle is over, Queen has retained all of his mutualists. I think 0 mutualists have died, although they are very much purplish. They're going to try to come in right once again. They get 1 SCV, they need to back up, because 1 mutualist had died already in that attack because it was purplish from before. There's going to be some more defensive movements here from Light. So excellent defense from Light. So I need to get up, a few more medics, because you can see his Marines actually not being repaired right here. There's finally a medic that's arriving. But anyhow, for the timing, Queen is gonna try to contain his enemy. He need to expand a little bit right here as he takes all of these attacks. But good repair work from Light. These guys are fighting fiercely. Looks like some Zerglings have destroyed a turret at the front door, but not so sure that was enough to damage the economy, or I guess the defensive structures of Light. Light is going to be going for double starport with a lot of, Valkyrie potential to be going forward. But these matches, 11 matches to be precise, will come in. There are 4 turrets, but no support from the Marines. There's going to be some attacks, and those turrets are getting sniped very quickly. The rest of the SCVs need to run home because they're really damaged. The Mitches die back. There's only 10 Mitches remaining. He's going to try to go in once again, and that was a poor shot from the Mitches. This next shot is slightly better. He does get some more units, and he's going to dive back here. Queen with 57 supply and Light with 57. The game is pretty much balanced. We need to see the presence of the fourth hatchery. Indeed, we do see it at the 730 position. So Queen will have a surplus of gas if he kind of hold on for a bit more, but he need to kind of hurry up because the double starport is completed with the science facility, excuse me, and we will see, I think Valkyrie is starting to move out, unless Queen has got some other plans with lurkers. Let's see, he's got a hydrogen. Is that an evolution chamber in the corner? That might have been an evolution chamber, or possibly Queen's. That's what I'm gonna lean towards an evolution chamber just to upgrade his forces a bit more. But anyhow, I think with the amount of mutualists that Queen has amassed, and Light is still having a 9 to 10 supply surplus, that means Light is ahead, guys. His double starport is spinning, which means we'll be pumping out a lot of what, God knows what. I think Valkyries is the possible choice right now to combo the rest of the bio. And excuse me, it's gonna start to move out here, and Queen's gonna be on the defensive. I'm not so sure if Light has been scanning or not, and whether he knows about the presence of the 730 position. You could actually suspect it. There are only 2 places, 2 corners rather, that the Zerg can try to take the top right and the bottom left, of course. Okay, there's gonna be a science vessel move out. This is interesting. You know, at this early stage of the game, we don't have lurkers yet, we don't have defilers yet. He's gonna be going for double science vessels. I guess he wanna not get any surprises on the ground with the stop lurkers. Also, he can try to irradiate those clunky groups of mutalists when he's got a chance. We shall see. Looks like science vessels research is underway right now. There's gonna be a small attack right outside of the front door just to drive these mutalists back, but that is just basically baiting, I think, from Queen. He wanted to buy some time for his new base to get set up. You can see there's some movements of troops or maybe drones moving towards the 4 o'clock position there. So he's going to be having a nice drone line, but he needs to defend it with all costs. Looks like the double science is going to be going out here. I'm not so sure those are science vessels right here or they are marines or what, but we do have 2 marines just coming out, and indeed those marines will see that there are lurkers, they're stacked lurkers. They're trying to get on high ground, one trying to go high all the way in the back, and these drones have to run away now. Very nice and cute move, I think, from Light, but now that marine will fall and that lurker will come back to stay with the rest of the lurkers, and that was just very timely defense, I think, from Queen, just to hold on here. Light with about 10 supply difference or 15 to 20 supply difference is going to try to come in, and the mutants are here. We do have 3 lurkers with 1 sunken and 1 crew colony. Looks like there's going to be a nice irradiate on something that was irradiated on one of the mutalists and one of the lurkers. So I guess that lurker will fall, but there's still 2 more lurkers in the back, and now the sunken is going to be getting morphed here. So I'm not so sure if this is worth it for Light to send the rest of his cavalry to charge in that position or not. He might be getting ready to just to go back and maybe quickly expand or go for another angle of attack or something like that, because you do say there's going to be some Zerg holding out here at the 4 o'clock positions. So actually Light cannot expand without Queen knowing about it for the timing. Yeah, looks like there's going to be some more movements across the map. Let me just quickly check if I'm using the right mouse, because right mouse, excuse me, because sometimes I've been using the terrible mouse, during my cast, but now it looks like everything is going to be going well and good. We do have the sciences to start to move out, and he does a nice irradiate on the group of mutants, and terrible split, terrible damage from Queen. And look at this, this is horrible. This is horrible from Queen. He loses so much blood, so much HP in that attack. But anyways, the battle will continue on now. Light, I think, has got a nice supply advantage. It's about 35 supply more than his enemy. He tries to come out and go for some more nice attacks against his enemy here. So I guess Light is got the advantage. He need to try and press in, or what. Queen's gotta make a decision right now whether he will need to invest in more sunkens. He's waiting for those drop ships, but are they coming? That's gonna be the question here. He's gonna try to hold on the front door with just a couple of lurkers and a very nice overlord trick to cover the lurkers so that they do not get irradiated. That's a nice attack here, and the scourges will be just playing some fun games in the air. But we do have the dropships getting ready here. Looks like this drop might be going towards this base at the bottom left, or it might be going all the way towards the 12 o'clock position and moving across this small narrow corridor strip here. It's like the Gaza strip, and he can drop 1 marine at the expansion, 1 or 2 marines at this high ground, and then the rest of the base. And that's going to be a very nice way to distract Light from all of the activities going on elsewhere. But anyways, these dropships are going to load up more forces, but they need to get the matrix because there's a lot of scourge activities in the areas. Anyways, we're looking at the 13-minute and 16-second of the game. Queen is 90 supply, Light is ahead by a gobbling 42 supply. Quick commands that are going up for Light. He's gonna bank everything on this drop here, but we do have about 4 scourges. The sciences will come out just to see what kind of defense he's got. He's gonna try to come out there, and he does get 2 scourges off. He comes in, the lurkers are in the area. There's gotta be reinforcement from this side of the map because we need to have Nidus canals, but there isn't any Nidus canals, so these drones are running away. But there's gotta be a defiler trick in the last bit to save this area. You need to go for 1 more defiler dark storm around this area so that it covers these 2 lurkers, and indeed it covers everything. Everything is covered here. So these marines got nowhere to go, no places to hide, no tables to cower under. There's gonna be some nice irradiate, not eraser trick, it's just irradiate trick, but that was a nice plague on those forces. And now I think for the time being, Queen's got everything covered, but he's still behind by about 45 supply after that battle is over. There's gonna be more dropship coming. He's gotta look for some angles here. He's gotta be very careful. He finds a nice opening, but one of the dropship will get destroyed right away. Looks like I think maybe 3 or 4 marines died here at the last minute. All of these drops from Light will get destroyed, but he's gonna try to move to this other side of the map. There's gonna be some Zerglings and very timely defense, I think from Light to cover those areas at the last minute. This drop has been thwarted. And now mining activities can resume inside of Queen's base, but he's got very few drones. He needs to kind of drone up a little bit here and take a 4th gas. As for Light, his expansion is well saturated. He's got some Marines to cover there, and he's looking forward to expand towards the 230 position as well. So we shall see there's going to be some lurkers coming through, and he need to morph one of the lurkers. It's going to be a nice lurker attack to kill up the rest of his Marines. So this drop has been completely thrown out. We will have the Ultralisk Cavern, as well as a lot of upgrades going around for the Zerg player. The 4th command center comes down. Where is that exactly? It's here. It's a little bit off center, just so that I think the Overlord cannot spawn it for the timing. You can see that Queen has got very few drones in his bases, but this is almost like what the Zerg player always does these days, is that he doesn't have much drones, he doesn't have much of anything, but all of a sudden when the 4 gases are running fine, he comes out with very nice timely attack with Ultralinks, with Defilers, you know, with Nidus Canal connecting a lot of forces. Why do we have some Irradiate on an Overlord? That was weird, but anyways, it's gonna be a lurker getting irradiated now, so that's gonna be something else. Alright, we're at the 15-minute and 40th second of the game, but keep in mind this game is not ending anytime soon, so please go ahead and continue on this cast. If you enjoyed this cast so far, feel free to buy me a coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description. I will add you to the Hall of Fame, just like these guys have been added to the Hall of Fame. Let's just quickly show you who they are. Hold on, where are they? I'm just gonna try to find them for you. So first of all, my professor from my PE professor from high school, Mr. Donald McDonald. Thanks a lot for your support in the last 30 days. And also thank you, Mr. C. Goblin from Norway. And last but not least, thank you, Mr. Shane from the US for your support in the last 30 days. Let's dive back into this game. What exactly is happening while I was not looking for the last 30 seconds? Looks like the command system of the land. That's a lot of bio and science vessels activities coming from Light. He's once again ahead by about 40 supply. But Queen has started to come out and start to exert some presence on the map. We do see a small squadron of Zerglings just running around looking for openings. There might be the eraser trick somewhere, but I think Light would just try to save his science vessels instead of trying to waste them out on some of those eraser trick. But anyways, looks like there could be an attack imminent against the 4th o'clock, the 4th base for Light. He's gonna be very careful. Looks like there's gonna be a nice irradiate. Another Defiler gets irradiated. He's gonna be trying to go for Plague, possibly. Nice attack to snipe out one side and plaguing the rest. These Marines are a little bit way too far from home to get destroyed very easily. And the game continues to go on here. Looks like Light is going to be mined out inside of his, main and expansion. He will need to start to transfer mob troops towards the other map. These firebats coming to support and they get destroyed right away, but there's just so much bio. The bio will need to kill the Sunkets. The moment the Sunkets has fallen, these Marines will need to back down because the lurkers are still present in the area. So it's not possible at all to go out there with the Marines to attack lurkers on the Dark Storm. But anyway, now we do have the presence of about 4 to 5 Ultralists. Nice attack to kill out some of these sciences which have been damaged from before. Not enough bio. I think for Light need to think about transitioning into tanks or something else at some point in the future. Nice science vessels getting sniped by the Mutualists here. I think 2 or 3 have died, but at the last minute they were able to cast a few more irradiate on those forces. These science vessels cannot do any kind of attack, so they would just irradiate out the Mutualists and move back. The battles have been very tense in the future, but now Light's gap in terms of supply with Queen has kind of, narrowed down a bit to about 30 to 35 supply differences, but that is still a lot, I think. Anyways, I think now Queen will start to come out with more forces. He's got his 4 geysers, all connected with Nidus canals, and we do have the presence of 2 battlecruisers. They will start to make their way towards the 7 o'clock position here. That is the closest base for the battlecruisers to attack. And keep in mind, on Radeon, these areas, right on the southern side of the 6 o'clock position are wide opened. So any kind of, flying objects can just hide there forever because you can use the Scourges to try to attack the battlecruisers. But we all know that battlecruisers can one-shot the Scourges, so this is gonna be not an easy task for Queen unless he dedicates something like 5 to 6 Scourges all coming at once to kill 1 battlecruisers. Anyways, looks like these battlecruisers arrived now to the scene. There's a single Spore to support. There's some Scourges waiting here, but they're waiting for the right moment to dive in. They need to dive in right now where the Spore is still supporting. I think he's not doing that. He's gonna be waiting, and now he comes in and he gets 1 battlecruiser. There's gonna be more Scourges that gets another battlecruiser. Nice attack, and that battlecruiser died. It's got very good defense from Queen and a little bit of a slow response from Light, I believe. Anyhow, more forces attacking. Looks like now Light wants to kind of disable this 5th base of the Zerg player. If you can snipe this hatchery before it goes up, it's very hard for Queen to take a 5th base because now every base he takes will need to be out there in the open. whereas the Terran player has got complete map control. So that's that. So I think from the part of Queen, he need to kind of start to initiate some kind of map control. Need to go out there with his, Sauron style Zerg's, forces to try to claim some middle grounds, middle Earth here, instead of just trying to cowering in some dark corners of this planet. You need to actually just take the middle Earth here, right plain face in the face of humans, of men, right, of mortals and men. Anyways, it's gonna be some more nice attack. The Sense is gonna get chased back. Now we do see some more forces from the Zerg side to come forward here, but I think overall Light still got a very good map control. 191 supply, about 50 supply more than his enemy. More BCs start to come out to attack, and very good thing for Light is that he is able to keep his science vessels quite safe. So this is the reason why he can make battle cruisers, because he actually doesn't need to build too many science vessels because they have not been destroyed. So he can use a spare psi from the dropship, from the starport, to make some battle cruisers, and they start to attack against a drone line. And looks like Queen is not reacting in terms of APM. Both of the players are suffering in APM. Light 180 APM and Queen with 300 APM only, and some nice drones getting sniped here. The Scourges are not attacking, they're waiting because they know they cannot attack in just a single fire. They need to wait for 5 to 6 Scourges coming together. This commands the will land, but it looks like counter attack from Queen, all moving towards the right side now. Can Light save that new base or what? Looks like he's gonna send the rest of his forces toward the northern side. There's gonna be some small attack here. These Zerlings are in the wrong locations, I believe, as well as the Outlist. Looks like there's gonna be some nice irradiate at the last minute. These battle cruisers have been plagued. They're just gonna slowly die out here. The Scourges are coming to die, but during this time Queen has not been mining. Keep that in mind. He comes in, he gets both of the BCs, so the threat from the air is nullified, and finally Queen would try to recover the 10 o'clock base. He's gonna clear out whatever forces there, and he would try to take that base, but now Light is coming up to 5 bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. His 5 bases will give him a very strong economy. Why is a single battle cruiser just hanging out here? We need a Hydrus or something like that. More battle cruisers getting created by Light. Queen 120 supply, Light 175, so about 55 supply difference. So the difference in supply continues to widen between these two players. Anyways, we might have a hidden 12 o'clock base getting taken at some point in the future. Looks like Light has discovered it, so this base cannot live. It will die very quickly. So that's really unfortunate. That hatchery has got cancelled. There might be another hatchery coming up, but I'm not sure for how long it can survive here. Queen need to find a way to attack soon. He need to come out. I mean, he's coming up a lot of forces, but the truth of the matter is that he's just so much behind in supply. He finds it very hard to cover large swaths of land here with a small amount of Sauron stars up, but he does get a little bit of Marines, excuse me, not Marines, but some forces in the map. They're gonna try to join up with the other forces, but looks like they arrived kind of late to the scene here. The Oceanists have already been destroyed. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this attack. By the way, right after this game is over, I will cast another epic game. So if you want to watch that game, you can go ahead and check out the playlist in the pinned comment as well as the video description, because that is guaranteed to be epic, and it's also just made for my supporters in the last 30 days. So that is Mr. McDonald, Mr. C Goblin, and Mr. Shane. So if you're one of those 3 gentlemen, please go ahead and check that out in the playlist in the video description as well as the pinned comment. But if you're not one of those 3 gentlemen, just wait a couple of maybe days or something like that, and you will see that video. But anyways, there's gonna be some nice attack, and there's gonna be a small battle in the middle, but these Zerlings gonna try to come out here. But without the support of the Defiler, they die very quickly. I think the game might be coming to the end now, because now we have 5 bases for Terran and still only 4 for Zerg. Looks like this base is gonna be critical right here, and that base gets saved from Queen. So Queen finally gets his 5th base, and he can keep the 6th one at the 12 o'clock position secure. That'd be great, but looks like it's gonna get disabled right now very quickly by Light, and Queen has found it very difficult to get his bases up and running. He's gonna try to finally get this base up. Need to set up a Nidus Canal very soon now. Looks like a single mutual is gonna try to chase out these science vessels. They've not been plagued, so they can still have a lot of health, I guess. Anyhow, a nice attack from the middle of the ground. 2 more forces from the Zerg side. Some will start to come out here. They're going to try to move towards the top right. And Radeon is usually, for me, I believe it's like an easy map to play as a late game Zerg, because there's just so vast amount of land in the middle of the map that the Zerg player can just run around, try to circumvent the enemy. But it looks like Light just makes it seems like it's so easy for Terran to play on this map. Now we do have some creep coming up. We will also have some, I think, Nidus Canals in the future. It looks like the Zerg player is going to do some huge attack though against the bottom right. Zerlings coming in single file. It's going to be a nice crazy attack. One battle cruiser is getting sniped. This base has been mining for a while, so I believe Light would not mind losing it, but he need to cast some 6 irradiate just to kill out those those Ultralists before this game ends here. this command center will get lifted here, so all of those best SCVs go down. So at least now finally Queen gets one base back, but he needs to think about his new bases here. He needs to start to make some nice canals to make sure they don't fall easily to some kind of quick bio attack or something like that. We will have a single lurker just wandering aimlessly. It dies very quickly. So that base was destroyed. But what is going to be the next move from Queen? You need to come out now while the 10 player is occupied. Looks like Queen's going to try to attack against the top rock on the screen. There's got to be some nice defenses getting set up by Light. Light is going to be facing a huge attack though. What is his response? He's going to try to trade bases. He says, you know what, come and take my top right. I will take out one of your new bases. He's going to head directly towards his base. There's only a few drones in that area, so that is going to be a problem. If Light can take out this 8 o'clock base while keeping one of his bases at the top right, it would be great. Yeah, this hatchery will fall very quickly here. Looks like some Zerglings in the high ground, but the Zerg has exhausted all of the forces possibly. Nice irradiate on all of, plague on all of those brand new science vessels. He's not casting any spell on that Defiler. That is going to be a problem here. Queen is going to take out this base, but looks like one base for the Zerg player has been lost as well. And Zerglings attacking SCVs, just mayhem everywhere. Looks like the Defiler comes up to support, but looks like the next attack from Light would take up the 10 o'clock base. If that 10 o'clock base fall, that's going to be the end of the game here. We have some firebats and only a single sunken. Oh my god, Queen has completely been outnumbered here. He's got no forces. He's going to be losing all of his drones, and that was a terrible accident. He lost 2 bases, but he was not able to take out any more Terran bases, and that's going to be a problem here because now we have the command center landing as well, possibly at some point in the future at the 4 o'clock position at the last minute. This base gets saved, but for how long, right? Because that base has been so damaged and there's been no mining activity in that area for a while. We have a single mutually sniping out science vessels. We have a single battlecruiser sniping out bases, and not enough scourges in the vicinity. That these 3 Ultras are very nice and heroic, but no, these 2 battlecruisers will kill out the hatchery. The hatchery is very close to falling here. Looks like 1 battlecruiser gets sniped, but the hatchery has fallen, so the Queen is down to 4 mining bases, 2 of which have been completely mined out, and Light is gonna gobble up the entire map. I believe the end is near, so please repent, please bow down to Jesus and buy me coffee. The link to that is going to be in the description, because we will not have another game between these 2 players. It's going to be decided right now. Queen is going to have a new base, but he's behind by about 70 supply. He is mining in very few locations. Only the bottom left are his mineable bases. As for Light, he's got fresh income coming from a lot of places, and he's going to try to come out here and kill out the last of the Zerg bases. That's it. If you enjoyed this cast video, buy me coffee, and please go ahead and check out the link in the video description to see the next game. In this playlist, Queen's got nothing. He's got nothing. He's gonna have to rebuild his hatcheries. He's rebuilding a lot of hatcheries. He doesn't even have enough money, man. His money income is very low. 150 minerals only. It's gonna be a nice plague, but there's not enough scourges. A single Ultras getting trapped here. He can take out 1 or 2 Marines, but I believe that's gonna be very difficult. We're gonna be having a nice attack against the last of the battle cruisers, and it dies. So that was a nice victory. Small victory, a small kind of consolation prize for Queen. But what he's gonna do next? Gonna try to attack against this base. This is a mistake. This base has been mining for a while, and without the support of the Defiler, it's not going to be easy to take out those bunkers. And indeed, we do have 1 bunker falling. The other second bunker will fall, but Light will gladly trade that base for some other base. It's going to try to move towards the top left now. This base, the drones are mining distance, so it would take them a long time before they can get there. Indeed, the hatchery has been saturated, so that's good. But what's next? Looks like multiple battles happening at the same time, and the 10 o'clock base will fall very quickly. Now all of these drones will need to run away before they get sacked, and it looks like he will just allow the hatcheries to fall. Queen will lose all of the drones as well as hatchery. He's not reacting at all. He doesn't have forces. He comes from the back. He gets a few forces done, but all of his drones have been massacred. Some nice drones. Science is getting sniped with the scourges, so that wasn't bad, guys. But this base gets saved. But GG from Queen. The game has been won in a very magnificent way by Light. If you enjoyed this game, feel free to buy me coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description. I will see you in the next spot game. See you soon. Bye-bye.